Did you know that the average grotesque video has a cut every 3 to 15 seconds? Yeah, that's a lot of cuts. So today I'm doing a bit of a fun and quirky challenge where I'm going to try to challenge myself to not do a single cut throughout this entire video. I have never made, at least not within the last couple of years, like at least 3 years now, I have not made a single video that has not contained at least one cut. Sure, I've made some Let's Plays which have less cuts, but they've all still had cuts, so I'm really going outside of my element. If I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little uncomfortable right now, like very uncomfortable. I have a lot of anxiety, but you know, it's at that point where like every YouTube video, literally ever, has so many cuts at this point, and it's kind of like overstimulating. They're always trying to keep your attention, trying to keep the retention up, and it also just, you know, as a creator myself that does rely on a lot of cuts, it does help with the flow of the video, especially if you're like me and you have some mental conditions such as ADHD, which make it hard for you to talk continuously without having to rely on cuts in order to, you know, keep things kind of entertaining or making sense, just because things can get a bit jumble brain. But anyway, we're gonna do a splice in the footage right now in order to get my face cam where it needs to be for the gameplay. This is different from a cut. A cut would obviously be like a hard cut to the next clip, but this is more or less just a splice. So here we go, smoothly transitioning into the gameplay there. We're gonna play some Black Ops 2 Zombies, because why not? Why don't do we play Transit? I don't know, is that the best idea for a video like this? I don't know. I feel like there's so much that I'd have to pay attention to while playing a map like Transit, but at the same time, who knows? Maybe that could be interesting. Then again, I don't know, man. You know what? We'll do it. We'll play some Transit. It's not that I have anything against Transit. I mean, I've gone on record many times before saying that I absolutely love and adore Transit. It's just that when I'm playing, or when I'm making a video like this, that already requires so much mental capacity and attention in order to keep the commentary interesting and in order to keep the video interesting. There's so much that you have to micromanage on Transit between building all the different things, getting all the different perks, setting up Pack-a-Punch, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see if my brain is able to contain all of the attention. Definitely not. We're only like 30 seconds into the match and my commentary is already slipping, but that's alright. This is my first time trying to use a controller with Black Ops 2 on PC. Obviously, I typically play Black Ops 2 with a controller, but playing with a controller on PC is a bit different because for some reason the sensitivity feels a bit different. I can't explain why. There's just something about the acceleration of the aiming that feels different, like when you're looking around. It's really hard to explain. It's just a gameplay feel thing, you know what I mean? Anyway, clear out the zombies, and that is the, wait, no. Where's the other zombie? Oh, you're back here. Get him through the window. Maybe. There we go. Round 1 complete. But, yeah, there's something with the acceleration that feels a bit different. Like, the sensitivity itself feels fine enough, but I don't know. I'm the type of guy, I usually just play on default sensitivity, whether I'm on Xbox or PlayStation. I just prefer default sensitivity. Faster sensitivities are too fast for me. But, yeah, I do remember I was making a Warzone video back in, like, April, I want to say, and I ran into a similar issue where for some reason I don't know, maybe it's something with my PC's drivers, because now that I'm noticing the issue with Black Ops 2, maybe it's just something with my, like, controller drivers, if that's a thing? I don't know. I'm using a third-party controller as well, which probably doesn't help matters. But, yeah, anyway, I was inspired to do this video by Noisy Butters. You guys probably heard of her before. There was a video she uploaded like 5 years ago now, I want to say. 5-6 years ago. It was during Black Ops 4, I remember. And she basically made this video similar to this, where she challenged herself to not make a single cut throughout the video besides, you know, doing the thing where you switch between, like, gameplay and face cam and all that. And I was like, you know what, that is a really interesting video idea, because obviously for a creator like me, I would say that her videos probably have more cuts overall because her videos are upwards of like an hour long, whereas mine are typically between the range of like, what, like 10 to 20 tops, maybe 30 if it's like a longer talking type of vid. But in terms of how frequently cuts happen, I would say my videos definitely have cuts more frequently just because my crazy ADHD brain, like I said at the beginning, every 3 to 15 seconds, like that's a lot of cuts. And I have fun editing my videos, of course. I've always, like, made it part of my mission to make sure my videos aren't, like, inherently or intentionally overstimulating or crazy with the cuts, though. Like, when I make a cut in a video, you know, I'm not doing all the crazy animations and zoom-ins and zoom-outs, intentionally trying to keep up the retention. I just do it because I genuinely feel like I have to because of how my brain works when I'm trying to commentate. So yeah, like I said, I'm pretty uncomfortable right now. I don't know how much it's showing because I'm pretty good at concealing my uncomfortability or anxiety whenever I'm in tense situations. Yeah, dude, I'm kind of freaking out inside right now, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, my body feels warm. It's that type of thing. Then again, it is just really warm outside because, you know, that's how Florida is, and it's just, you know, morning time. And some mornings in Florida go one of two ways. They're either extremely thick and humid with the air outside to an uncomfortable degree, or they're, like, kind of cool, you know? Got a nice breeze going. But, yeah, unfortunately, this is one of those humid mornings, so I may actually do a pause real quick to see if I can turn my fan up a little bit. Because, yeah, dude, I'm pretty toasty right now. See, I would have done a cut right there in most videos, but I'm not allowed to do that today. So I just had to awkwardly pause the game to do that. Hopefully that helps with the airflow, though, because I'm, like, dying right now. Hopefully you guys can't hear the fan in the background, and if you can, I'm sorry, but I don't want to die of heat exhaustion. I already had that happen yesterday. I mean, I didn't die. But, like, I almost suffered heat exhaustion for, like, the second time this month. Well, it would have been last month, because the time I'm recording this is actually October 1st now. Wow, I just dated this video so heavily, so it has no rewatchability factor in the future. But, yeah, sometime in, like, mid-September, I suffered heat exhaustion. That sucked. To me, oh, yeah, that airflow does feel a lot better. I might have to turn it up again just one more notch, but we'll see. But yeah, sometime mid-September, I kind of, like, suffered heat exhaustion for, like, a week, and that sucked. Or, I suffered it one day, and then, like, the after effects lasted for, like, a week. If you've had heat exhaustion, you know what I mean. And then last night, from the day of me recording this, last night, which would have been, like, September 30th, yeah, my room got so hot in the afternoon that I literally felt like I was gonna suffer heat exhaustion again, which really sucked. I had to get ice packs on my elbows, or, like, you know, under my elbows and my forehead. I had 3 fans on full blast on me, my tower fan, my floor fan, and this one, like, desk fan that I propped up on a bench next to me, so yeah, it was a lot of fun. I don't know how long this video is going to be necessarily, probably not no more than, like, 15 to 20 minutes. I don't want to, like, drag it out by any means and, like, make it some really long, uncomfortable session, but honestly, only, like, what, 5 minutes into this, I'm feeling a bit more comfortable already. I feel like I'm kind of coming to ground. Look at it, I'm literally at a loss for words. Just as soon as I say, oh, I feel like I'm getting the hang of this, I completely lose track of my thoughts. But, yeah, it's sort of similar to my Let's Plays I've done, where, like, yes, those do still have cuts, it's just they have less cuts overall, just because that's the Let's Play style. Whereas this, you know, it's sort of similar to that, so it starts out a little uncomfortable, but I kind of feel like I'm getting the hang of it as we go. It's taking a lot of brain power out of me, though, I'm not gonna lie. I also hope I'm not talking too much, because that's another thing with videos like this. You don't want to talk too much, but you don't want to talk too little. It's sort of like a live streaming. You gotta find the healthy balance. So maybe do I shut up for a bit now? Now is the silence awkward? Well, I don't know. I've always loved the MTAR. This weapon is so clean. So good. I know they like kind of like buffed the recoil over here in Zombies, or nerfed it, however you want to look at it, where the guns have more recoil, specifically like the ARs, like the Type 25 and the MTAR, compared to, you know, like multiplayer or campaign or whatever. But man, I've always loved the MTAR. The sound of it, the reload, the animations, the weapon model, it just looks so good, and it feels good. Obviously, the Galil's like amazing too. It's probably like the best AR, I'd say, in Black Ops 2. Like that and the AN-94 are tied. I would say the Galil overall, because the Galil is actually on every map, whereas the AN-94 is only in like Die, Rise, and Buried. But yeah, you know, on maps where the AN is available, I always do gravitate towards the AN just because that weapon is so clean, so good, so much ammo, so powerful. But yeah, on the maps where the Galil, where like the AN-94 isn't available, but the Galil is definitely like the one to go for in terms of ARs. Again, though, I still just love the MTAR. I don't know what it is, man. It's so good. You pack a punch it, it feels great, or you just use it normally and it feels great. It's a great weapon. My mic seems like it might be pointed in a bit of a not good direction, but I don't want to turn it, because the last time I did that, it started freaking out. That happened before I started this official recording session. So if I sound a little off, or like as if I'm off to the side a little, I'm sorry. I want to move it, but I don't want to risk anything going wrong, because I'm not allowed to make any cuts. So if I make, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't, I'm sorry. It should be fine. I hope. Now I'm really worried about that. That's another thing that's less with ADHD. When you're, like, told to worry about something, or if you find something that might worry you, or if there's something to hyperfixate on, your brain will hyperfixate on it, whether you want to or not, and it makes life something, man, let me tell you. Everything, hyper-analyzing everything. Oh, what's that? The chair you're sitting on isn't in the exact position you want it to be? Well, you better move it for the next half hour until you find that perfect position. And I just noticed I'm a bit lower in the face cam than I'd like to be normally. I'd like to be a bit higher, but... I mean, I can fix that without doing a cut. I can just move my tripod a little bit. Is that better? Better or worse? I don't know. Hopefully it's better than what it was. Alright. Stay off of my bus, zombies. This is the grotesque bus of pain. Would have been better if this was a train. The grotesque train of pain. Yeah. Get off of my train of pain. Or you'll feel the pain. With my AR. And it's gonna be painful. For you. Hopefully not for me. It might be though. If there's too many of you, it probably will be. Oh. They put a hole in the shielding. You know, I could put the thing there. But I kinda wanna save it so we can get the Galvanuckles. And he waddled away, waddle to the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. So the grotesque rode the bus around transit, and he said to the zombies chasing the bus, hey, bum, bum, bum. Suck it. Alright, now we're at the power station, so... I don't know why that was so funny to me. I looked out the front window, or the windshield, or what remains of the windshield, and I see a zombie just full on charging at the bus, and he just gets... annihilated by the bumper thing on the front. Love it. Alright, those zombies did. Ooh, yeah, now the air is flowing back here. I was about to say, ooh, you guys feel that? But, like, you guys are literally just watching the video, so of course you can't feel anything. But the air's flowing back here. Almost got the little chilly goosebumps. You know, there's, like, two kinds of goosebumps. You got the goosebumps where you're, like, something kind of, like, gives you the chills or whatever. So you kind of get, like, those kind of goosebumps. Like, ooh. Kind of, like, get your brain feeling all wondrous. But then you got the cold goosebumps too, where it's like the chills goosebumps. I love those goosebumps. I'd rather be cold than hot. Because when you're cold, you can, like, you know, put on layers all day until you're warm. But when you're hot, well, that just ain't happening. The bus is leaving already? Are you kidding me, dog? Well, this is gonna be awkward. Oh no, yeah, the bus is literally leaving right now. Yeah, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck so bad. Alright, so I'm gonna put this on here, and then we're gonna run for the town, I guess. I guess. I don't know. I also just realized I got rid of the B23R. That was a stupid move on my end. It's one of those things where, again, so much of my focus is on commentating and not messing that up to where my focus on the game is, like, it's there. It's like a half and half split right now. Okay. I think I gotta go this way. I can't see. I'm Asian and I'm in the fog. It's just terrible, terrible combination of things. Okay. Keep moving. Sorry, I'm just terrified right now. Down. Alright, I see a green light. I see the light! Please don't tell me it's the light of death! Okay. I'm going to make it. And if I don't, clear my browser history. Ah! I hate the fog. I hate the fog. I hate the fog so much, man. I hate it. It's so scary. I'm almost out of ammo, dude. I have, like, no bullets. This sucks. Oh, I see the boss. I see the light! And it's a good light this time. It's the bus light. Teddy, I'm coming home, baby. Did you miss me? Okay, there's a ladder on the side. I'm gonna jump up here. Let me on top! Okay, that's what she said. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna grab the B23R, and then I'm gonna run through here? Yeah, I'm gonna run through here. Reload. I'm on a mission. I'm off to grab the Juggernaut, the wonderful Juggernaut of Transit. Thank you. Alright, now the bus should be coming, so we're gonna... Ah! I made it. See, I never understood why in, like, action movies or just, like, anything in general before somebody, like, makes, like, a crazy jump or does something, they scream. Is it so then their final words could just be something so then they could be speaking or yelling as they die? Is it supposed to motivate them? I don't know. I've never understood that. Like, people will be like, here goes! Ah! And then let out, like, this giant scream as they're, like, jumping or doing something. Maybe it's just a cool factor thing. Okay. You guys hear Ted? He's freaking out in there. Alright, grab some more ammo. He's literally telling me to stay calm. Brother, how am I... Do you see the zombies outside of the bus? I'm doing my best. Hold up. I really want that max ammo, but I probably shouldn't. Man. I was hoping that grenade would get at least one of them. That's the key with grenades. For those that don't know, in most Call of Duty games, unless you're playing Black Ops 3, in Black Ops 3 it's different, but in most of them, it's going to be 4 ticks. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then as soon as you throw it, it's basically going to be a contact grenade. You guys remember contact grenades from Advanced Warfare? 4 ticks for grenades in most games. If you're playing like Black Ops 3, for example, that one's 3 ticks. So when you pull it, it'll do 1 tick already. Like 1 tick will already be accounted for. And then after that, yeah, you go 1. You see, so you pull it, it'll be big, and then it'll go small, and then 1, 2, 3, and then you throw it, and yeah. It's just one of those things where I learned through experimentation like 10 years ago or something. Actually, no, it would have been more than 10 years ago. It was during Black Ops 2's life cycle, so like 12 or about like 11, 12 years ago, sometime. I was like, hey, how long does this grenade need to be held for? And then I figured it out, and yeah, it's just sort of been my thing ever since. Okay. Train up some of the zombies. Oh, I just realized we missed the last teddy bear at the town. Gosh dang it. I wanted to get the Easter egg song. Then again, I don't know if zombie songs are copyrighted. I don't think they are, but... I almost threw that one too late. Almost. But we're safe. I am the G. You cannot mess with me! And again, maybe you can. There we go. Any more? I've killed 140 of you today. I'm not afraid to kill more. Yeah. There we go. Round 8 complete. Alright, bus driver. Take me away. How long have we been recording for? 15 minutes? Yeah, well, we'll go for a bit longer. I don't want the video to be too long now, because normally, like, with my recording sessions, I record for anywhere from, like, 30 minutes to 2 hours. It depends on the video. If it's, like, a basic event showcase, no more than 20 to 30 minutes tops. If it's, like, a longer thing, like a Let's Play or an in-depth Call of Duty video that requires a lot of gameplay and going between, like, different matches to get certain footage for one thing or another, upwards of 2 hours tops, usually. And then I condense my videos down from there to anywhere between 10 to 20, 30 minutes tops. Usually for gaming videos, no more than 20. For my sit-down discussion videos, no more than 30 to 40, maybe an hour at most. Which those videos take a long time to record too. The ones that are like 30 minutes, usually if you see a video from me, just know that the recording took anywhere from 2 to 4 times as long as that video is. Maybe even upwards of 6 times in the case of my gaming videos, or more. Like, I've had some videos where I'll record for 2+ hours and then only get, like, a 10-minute video out of it. Like, back during my Elden Ring series, there was many times where I'd record for, like, 2 to 3. Maybe even there was one time where I recorded for 4 hours. I got 15 minutes of footage out of it. Not because the footage was unusable, but just because there was only, like, a certain thing I was really trying to get done in that video. But because there was so much trial and error with that, with it being an Elden Ring video, that's just all I got out of it. That's the thing with, being a gaming YouTuber. You gotta get used to footage getting thrown out. And furthermore, just like footage that, or just like picking and choosing what's actually useful to the video, you know what I mean? Or like what actually needs to be there so you're not wasting the viewer's time necessarily. But for a video like this, it's, yeah, again, man, it's just, it's so... It's funny, because this is the type of content that I actually enjoy watching. I enjoy watching uncut Let's Play type content where there's very few, if not no edits at all, very little cuts. And I've gone on record before saying how, like... Hold on. But I've gone on record before saying how, like... most of the content that I watch nowadays is actually just rewatching old videos from, like, the mid to early 2010s, videos I watched when I was younger. Just because I don't really enjoy much of the content that's out nowadays. There's still some creators I watch, of course, like a handful of them, that make content that I still enjoy watching. That's, yeah, you know, it's all gaming related, of course, but, Yeah, and they're the type of creators that make old school type content, of course, just because that's kind of what I gravitate towards. More chill, more laid back, not grabbing for your attention or retention, just trying to make a fun or informative or whatever passionate filled video. So yeah, there's a handful of creators that I watch like that nowadays, but for the most part, man, I just found myself going back and rewatching so many classics from when I was younger, of creators that I watched from back then, just because it's like, well, you know, it's the kind of content I enjoy. Just because so much of it nowadays either lacks passion or just feels so cookie cutter and samey or just is so in your face. Like, the minute that a creator yells at me in a video, I click off. I can't stand the yelling stuff. I know I do it from time to time, and even in this video, I've had points where I've gotten louder. But it's different, you know what I mean? Like, it's just me trying to be funny. You know, that's another problem with my content. I try to be funny, but I know I'm not funny. It's just what it is. Almost went down right there. You know, like, I know I'm not funny, so it's whatever. I just take my cracks at humor, things that I find humorous from time to time. But, yeah, dude, there's a difference between that, like me screaming, anyone on the way, waddle, and then just yelling like, you guys are never gonna believe what I saw in Fortnite Battle Royale today! Make sure to like and subscribe or else, Ugh. Hate that stuff, man. I already went on that whole rant and tangent before, though, about the whole, how I hate when YouTubers say, please like and subscribe. I did that whole rant in one of my previous videos, so I'm not gonna do it again, but I never say it because it drives me insane. It literally just wastes the viewer's time and belittles them. It's like, oh, it's like you're talking to a preschooler, like, oh, make sure you trace the alphabet, make sure you do this. It's like, don't belittle me. If I want to like your video, I'll like it, you turd. If I want to subscribe, I will. If I haven't subscribed, it's for a reason. That's why I don't, you know, I don't care. If you enjoy my content, you'll like it, you'll subscribe it. If you don't enjoy my content, you'll probably mute my channel and never watch me again. Tis what it is. I don't want to force you into anything. Do what you want. It's your life. It's your time. Time is valuable. Why should I try to suck up all of your time and be selfish, you know? My time is valuable, such as yours. If you want to see more of my content, you'll seek it out actively. If not, I shouldn't have to tell you to do something or force you into doing something that would really just hurt the longevity of the channel anyway, statistically speaking. But, drop that conversation. Move on. I don't want to have that conversation right now. It just starts to annoy me just even talking about that. I know I'm the one that brought it up, but I forgot to grab the one roof piece, which I actually kind of wanted to put on the diner. Let me grab that real quick before the bus runs off. Open! Oh, okay. Yeah, see, like right there. See, I was yelling, but I'm not like screaming at you. You guys would never believe this meta Warzone loadout. Move! Drive, Ted. I want to get back to the town. I just realized that I also used the turbine when I probably shouldn't have. Ow! I just hit my finger on the desk. That did not feel good. But, yeah, I just realized I probably should have saved the turbine, so then I could have put it at the power station to open up Pack-a-Punch. Here's what it is. Man, I have no idea what the thumbnail is going to be for this video. Maybe should I just, like, smile at the camera? Because, you know, having, like, a whole super high whatever, like, with all the Photoshop and stuff for a video like this feels, like, misrepresentative. Maybe I'll just do, like, a thing where I, like, kind of smile at the camera. Maybe do we do the face cam? Or maybe should we... Actually, no, I was going to say I'll try to do the thumbnail, like, in real time, but I'll do it after the fact. I'll just try to get a thing of me, like, smiling with my eyes wide. Actually, no, you know what? Let's do it in the video. I feel like that would add to the charm. Only the real ones that have stuck through this long will see it, so... We'll get a little bit closer here, and then I'll just... How do we want to do this? Do I smile, like... Or do I maybe just, like, do the... Yeah, that actually looks a bit better. Hold up, let me make sure I'm, like, actually kind of... Is that... Alright, I'll just have to go through and screenshot that and Photoshop it a bit. That's the one thing. Even though this video isn't edited, I am still doing my usual stuff. Like, I'm still gonna be color correcting the face cam and the gameplay and mixing the audio and such. Like I said, just because there's no cuts doesn't mean I'm not doing any editing in terms of, like, the stuff to add to the quality of the experience. I'm still gonna apply the limiters and the other filters to my, you know, my vocals. I'm still gonna adjust the colors and color grading and saturation and overall brightness of my face cam. I'm still going to be adjusting the audio and saturation and this, that, or the other of the gameplay, whatever. Just because, you know, sometimes you have to adjust that stuff yourself because, you know, when it comes to, like, capture cards or OBS or one thing or another, sometimes the settings aren't exact, so you have to, like, go in and actually do that stuff yourself to make sure that the colors are representative of either your content or just how things should look in the game, or how they look for me. Because that's what I try to, I try to make it look as, like, for the face cam, I just try to adjust this so then it looks as close to how it actually should look as possible since my camera's terrible. And then for the gameplay, you know, for my capture card, obviously my capture card's a bit cheaper, so I have to adjust some of the colors a bit just to make it look more representative or like how the game actually should look, since the, you know, sometimes it desaturates things or saturates it too much or one thing or another. And then same thing with OBS, just adjusting it just to make sure it's just right. Anyway, we're going to do another full loop. I think 2 full laps of transit would be enough for a video like this. What do you say? We've been recording for a little while now, a little over 20 minutes, and I'm surprised by how natural this felt. I started out the video feeling really uncomfortable, but here towards the end, even without doing any cuts throughout, this feels natural. It went from me feeling really awkward and feeling like there was like hundreds of eyes just kind of staring at me through that camera to feeling like, hey man, we're just hanging out, we're just chilling. Sort of like I'm... I don't want to die. Okay, that was really tense, and I could have pulled out my hammer and reloaded it, but I was just, that was total fight or flight response right there. Woo wee. Anyway, now that we made it, shoot them. But yeah, it's felt so natural. Am I gonna make more content like this in the future? Probably not. Cut videos or the ones that have all those cuts are what more people like to enjoy anyway, and I feel like that's just optimal for the kind of content that I create anyway, but who knows? Maybe if people want an experimental video like this again in the future, I could do it once or twice again, but this will probably just be a one-off just to experiment, just be like, hey, this is something quirky I did that one time. And again, total credit goes to Noisy Butters for the idea, because again, she made a video like this like 5 years ago or 6 years ago or something, back during like BO4, so yeah, total credit goes there, but I thought it'd be cool to put my own little spin on it. Oh, we just got a perma perk. I think we got the double points perma perk since we just had double points. It's pretty cool. You get that for getting a certain amount of points within a certain double, or within like 1 double points. I think it's either 5,000 or 10,000 points. I think it's 10,000, but you get like 10,000 within 1 double points, and then you'll get the double points perma perk. At least I believe that's how it works. There's also some other ones like insta-kill perma perk, the PhD perma perk, of course, the one for the mystery box, we get the little teddy bear on top. Yeah, so, you know, perma perks are really cool. Do I wish they'd ever return? I don't know, just because they can be kind of convoluted and just like bog standard perks, and then when you have like perk upgrades in Cold War, especially with the perk upgrades in Cold War, they kind of serve the same purpose that perma perks did anyway, like you had like perma jug and stuff, but again, when you factor in upgrades in either like Vanguard or Cold War, they kind of serve the same purpose anyway, but I feel like at least for a concept of BO2, and maybe if they could refine it or bring it back in some way in the future, that would be cool too, even if it's just like an Easter egg. Maybe, I feel like the happy middle ground between perma perks and not having perma perks would be the masks. Remember the masks in like Black Ops 3, especially in like Revelations? I feel like that was a good middle ground between perma perks and not perma perks, where you still had to do some work to get them, but it was always clear as to how you were unlocking them. Obviously, it was clear as to how you were unlocking perma perks once you understood them. But since they were less of like an in-game definitive thing as masks were, per se, I guess masks were just more, I don't know, it felt more intertwined with the gameplay in some way, especially since you had a visual representation of it and you knew you were going to keep it as soon as you did it, whereas perma perks, obviously, they could come and go, but the masks, once you equipped them, you just had it, you know? So, I don't know. That's just my rambling 2 thoughts. 2 cents, 2 thoughts. Ow, I just hit the desk again. It's the 2nd time. That's my rambly 2 cents, my thoughts. But anyway, yeah, that is a full 2 rotations of transit. We've been recording for me, it's been 30 minutes. For you guys, it's probably only been like 20-some minutes. But yeah, I feel like that's a decent length for a video. So we'll go ahead and kind of wrap things up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little experiment. Again, don't expect any video to ever be like this again in the future with literally 0 cuts. Because, you know, from a quality perspective, that isn't exactly up to my standards to just do no cuts, and after a while I'll probably start to feel a bit lazy, just because I like, you know, I like putting effort into my content, of course. It's part of the fun. I love recording and editing. I love the whole creative process of making videos. I love recording, editing, thumbnails, you know, the smaller, finer details that we talked about before with like visuals and audio and such, but yeah. we'll go ahead and conclude things here. And it's kind of awkward because I'm not allowed to do a cut, which means I'll probably just, you know, I don't know, I'll pause the game and then, what, do I pause the game? Do I die? How do we want to do this? Do I go down? Do I end the game? Let's just end the game. There it is. Game over, use 550 rounds. So now we'll do a cut from here over to the camera. There we go, full face cam. But anyway, as always, again, this isn't going to be a cut. This is just going to be like a quick edit to bring in the text. As always, a massive shout out. Thank you to all the Patrons and channel members. Thank you to all of you in the low baller tier. And an even bigger shout out. Thank you to all of you in the big baller tier, Mellow Asking, and Big Daddy Mandy. And the biggest shout out and thank you to all of you in the G tier, Rod and Vengeance, and the G tier. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. And, okay, so we just had a really awkward thing happen. As I was recording that outro, I promise no cuts have happened, but my face cam just died. So, what we're going to do in real time, since I'm not allowed to do any cuts, I am going into my storage settings. I am deleting a app. Okay, no cuts have happened. We're okay. This is really awkward. See, not only are you guys experiencing a grotesque video with no cuts in real time, but you're now also experiencing me dealing with technical difficulties, which is a staple of grotesque videos if you've been watching the channel for any extent of time. So now I'm turning the camera back on, and just to prove how, like, okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 claps, there we go, did the claps. I have to do that in order to sync the gameplay, or sync the face cam and audio, so yeah, it's unfortunate that a technical difficulty happened right at the end of the video, but that's how it goes in grotesque videos. Anyway, yeah, where were we? We were literally right at the outro, too. Literally 5 seconds away from the end of the video. So, again, hope you guys enjoyed this, but yeah. Have an amazing day, stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.